Anthony sits in jail tonight, a person of interest in her daughter's disappearance. Investigators say Casey is not helping find her daughter. Is that true? Casey's lawyer went on the record.
We have, on numerous occasions, opened up to the police, offered to participate in the search and to allow them to bounce leads off of her, and we haven't been taken up on that. So, and no one's asking the police, why aren't you taking the defense up on that? Instead, they're turning around and saying, well, she's not cooperating. That's not true. She cooperated with them the first night that the police were called, the next day up until the moment where she was arrested. Police basically bit their nose to spite their face by starting criminal charges.
Let's bring in the panel. Joining us live, former Westchester County DA Jeanine Pirro and criminal defense attorneys Ted Williams, Bernie Grimm, and Michael Cardoza. Jeanine, I know you're a lifelong prosecutor, but any sympathy for this lawyer and the position that he's in defending his client? He's doing it aggressively, as I think the Constitution demands, regardless of what I think the facts are.
Well, you know what? I'm the last person you should ask about whether defensive attorneys
Which is why I asked you. Which is exactly why I asked you.
Well, you know what? I have no sympathy for the guy. You know, it's hogwash for him to say we're doing everything we can, but to assist in finding Caylee, but they're not really following, you know, making sure that we do. What he wants is his client to be out of jail to help them look. Greta, I have never seen so many people lie so openly and so directly. I mean, from the grandmother to the grandfather to the mother. Look, you've got a woman with a shovel, gas cans, foul odor of human flesh rotting in her car, who doesn't report her child missing for a month, who's got a flurry of phone calls at her about the time the child would be missing. Everybody in this case is lying. If they're opening their mouths, they're lying.
And Jeanine just did her closing argument. Ted, your thought on the lawyer?
Well, the lawyer has a very difficult line to walk here, but I think in walking that line, if I was him, I would not say anything on the public record as he's represented here. The fact about it is, and I hate to go with Jeanine on this in this instance, but I have to be redundant there. Lies, lies, lies. Now, if you really connect the dots, first of all, there's this foul odor that Jeanine talked about. Then there's the borrowing of a shovel. Then there's the stealing of the gasoline tank. And by the way, I need to commend you for what you found out about the stealing of this gasoline tank last night. We did not know that Casey was the actual culprit in that gasoline stealing. So there's a lot here.
Bernie,
it's troubling.
Bernie, your thoughts on the lawyer?
On the lawyer, I mean, the thing with Jeanine, everybody that's been arrested should get the death penalty without a trial, and then after that, kill all the defense lawyers. Now, with that being said, there's some that are so bad they should be killed. But, Jeanine, there's a document called the Constitution. We'll talk about it someday.
I'm very familiar with it, Bernie.
Yeah, the troubling aspect of it. The lawyer has to put some spin on it. Jeanine, as much as I tease her, is right. It's hogwash. The police are going to let the woman out to participate in the search.
Well, except that Michael raised a good point the other day. I think it was, no, I guess it was Jeff Brown. I get all you guys mixed up. That if you at least let her out, you can trail her, and she'll talk because she's a wild card. I'm inclined to think that maybe she might be worth following and tapping. Michael?
You know, first of all, I'm never sure where Jeanine stands on any issue. I assume she doesn't like the job the defense attorney is doing here. Do I think she should get out? No, the best place for her is in. You let her out. She's not going to help, and she's going to try to get away. If she has taken the life of her daughter, she's smart enough not to go back there. She's smart enough to keep her mouth shut.
Wait,
you know what it reminds me of?
No, she's not. Actually, you know what? She's not smart enough to keep her mouth. She's not smart enough to keep her mouth shut because she's been talking and she knows she's been taped.
But she's not saying anything worthwhile. But you know what this reminds me of a little bit?
If she's not saying anything worthwhile, why are 99.9% of the people in this country suspicious of the mother?
Well, they're suspicious of the mother plainly because the mother is not cooperating. Any logical human being that has a child out there missing would have cooperated.
All right, Jeanine, get the last 30.
You know what? Any mother who says, while her daughter is missing, they only care about Caylee, what about me? You know what? She deserves the hatred that she's getting. She really does.
Let me ask you a quick. Give me 15 seconds. Give me 15 seconds, Jeanine. What about letting her out and just tracking her and tapping her and everything else?
No.
You know what? I really don't think it's worth it. It's fulfilling her ego. know. I mean, she's got a sense that only she can solve it, not the FBI, state police, local law enforcement.
Let me be sarcastic. She can go look for the real killer, as we've heard this before. Anyway, all right. Okay. I thought one of you would say it. I couldn't. I plead guilty to that one. All right, panel. Thank you. Coming up, more of your interview with missing toddler Caylee's grandparents. When did they find out their daughter had been arrested? Did it catch them by surprise? We're going to tell you this. It will surprise you. And later.